Welcome back. We'll be starting with the Nation newspaper. And on the headlines of the Nation, Credit Corp targets all working class Nigerians. Inflation shrinks for second consecutive month. Improved food supply a factor. Trump vetoes Israel's plot against Iran's supreme leader. And we have Iran-bound businessman arrested at PH Airport for ingesting 53 wraps of cocaine. This is on page 5. Special forces deployed to battle terrorists in Benue. With the riders, President orders crackdown on criminals. Youths protest in Makurdi over killings. 12 Viper attack jets to boost NAF's assets. And Pope Leo praise for victims. This is on page 2 of the Nation newspaper. And moving on to the Punch. Dangote launches nationwide fuel distribution amid tanker blockade. Brent bounce, Nigerian crude hits $77 as Israel-Iran tensions boil. This is on page 33. And still on the Punch, 2027, Tinubu-Shettima alliance under fire. Rift deepens in APC over 2027 power formula. NAS caucus backs Shettima. Governor splits. Now on to the Nigerian Tribune. Intrigues power play as Northeast stakeholders endorse Tinubu-Shettima for 2027. This is on page 26. Benue crisis, Tinubu directs security chiefs to implement earlier directive. Pope prays for Benue people, says incident terrible massacre. That is on page 4. That's all for Nigerian Tribune, and moving on to the Guardian newspaper. 2027, Sowore sees no opposition, says APC controls all. Northeast delegates fight for Shettima's second term with Tinubu. Petrol price hike, scarcity loom over Middle East tension. Tanker drivers strike. Pope decries terrible massacre in Benue as Tinubu rallies security chiefs. That is on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper, and that is all we have on our newspaper headlines this morning. And back in the studio we have Chris Maduka, the Oracle, for our review. Good morning.
Good morning, Shay. You're looking so bright this morning. What's the secret?
God is the secret.
Everybody will just tell me God. I don't know whether I'm alone. God,
No,
you visit me with
you're not alone.
All right, thank you. Welcome to another day on Signature TV Newspaper Review. I'm here again to try to look at some of the headlines. From the Nation newspaper, what interests me most there is that Trump vetoes Israel's plot against Iran supreme leader. The big brother America and the Trump are the lead is vetoing everything. The issue of Israel and Iran has been long lingering issues, and at this point it explodes. And we have always said, as my people say it and my father told me, if you want to separate fight, make sure you separate push. Because once there's push, it's difficult. After Anaka, Ogu will start. Now, Israel has, over time, there has been a lot of push between these two nations, and Israel struggling for survival. A lot of people said Israel has bombed again Iran without a provocation. But I think they are not totally right. But whatever it is, we know that it's life, property, and when two elephants fight, the grasses suffer. We are not promoting violence, but we believe that the international community with America at the lead would have stopped this, and they had opportunity of stopping this before it escalated to this level. And you are sure most of the Arab nations, if you bomb them, they will bomb back. And America and Israel, having gotten to this point of taking the decision, even if it takes them time, to bomb. So once this fight have started, it means that America vetoing or not vetoing, we are still waiting to see how it's going to, time out. Because a lot of issues are there. Now, if you take it to another level, the problem in the Middle East has started, you say another man's meat is another man's poison. Nigerian Brent brand of our oil is now accumulating, gathering momentum at the international market. It's now sold for a barrel of Nigerian Brent, $77. Now, my issue is, if there are problems in the world, another man's meat, like I said, but then even in Nigeria, we only hear at the very small corner of the newspaper where it was reported that Nigerian Brent is gathering $77. That was Punch, at a very minor corner. I was thinking it should be given a bold headline, but then Brent bounce, Nigeria's crude hits $77 as Israeli-Iran tension boils. You see, when will this little, in as much as we do not want Israel and Iran to boil, but if they boil for some time and it makes our Brent to gather in price, when is it going to have effect on our lives here, so that we can feel at least a little shift? We only see this on paper. Now, the government won't tell us that our crude oil has accumulated in price and they're selling more now in the oil market. But if it drops, they'll make so much noise and tell us now nobody, they just squeezed punch, because of punchy punch, squeeze this. That's all we are coming to know. So Uche, tell the federal government when a Nigerian Brent gathers price, they should let us know. When it drops, let us know too, because otherwise it will be one-sided. The federal government of Nigeria will only want Nigerians to know when the Brent drops in the international market. But when it gathers or when it accumulates in value and price, nobody tells us.
We have Iran-bound businessman arrested in PH airport for ingesting 53 wraps of cocaine.
Under the Nation newspaper, I saw that and I was coming to that. The funny thing about the war, Iran and Israel, Israel is bombing Iran, while a Nigerian went and swallowed 53 wraps of cocaine and heading to that man is a suspect. Is he going there to bomb Iran? What is he going there to do? 52 wraps, I said 53 wraps of cocaine in a boiling Iran. A Nigerian is headed that way. That will tell you how human beings reason. Whatever you say is a worst situation. Some criminal-minded people, even creative people, will make something out of it. But in this case, it is a criminal-minded person, and is going there to sell cocaine to them in a boiling Iran that Israel is. And he doesn't mind the risk. But thank God, they say, every day for the thief, one day for the owner of the house. So the Nigerian who swallowed bombs in the name of cocaine heading to Iran, when they say Israel is bombing Iran and Iran is bombing back, and the Nigerian swallows 53 wraps of cocaine going to bomb Iran, and make sure the people of Iran, the young people who are left, are kept on the dose of making junkies out of them. He was arrested. Maybe that's the work of God, the hand of God in that. And only God knows. Because whatever we do not see, God sees it. Special forces deployed to battle terrorists in Benue. The Pope has got the feeling of what is happening at the backyard of Nigeria and far away in Vatican, the Pope has raised a red flag saying it is condemnable that this kind of massacre will take place in 2025, and Nigerians, for just being Nigerians, are slaughtered in that bizarre and wicked ways. Children in their sleep, their houses, they were slaughtered and poured fuel on them, and their houses were set on fire, and Nigerians are kept quiet, and we are accepting this, waiting for whose turn next. But the Pope, far away in Vatican, has called Nigerians back. I know all Nigerian politicians are not interested in this. Everybody is talking about 2027. And just because I said earlier, if Nigerian politicians are expecting that the people from Benue State, some of the people, Nigerians will vote for them. If they are waiting for Nigerians to vote for them, if they hope that Nigerians will vote for them, and they say Nigerians' lives are at risk, they would have looked at it and stopped all this horse trading and campaign, very early campaign, 2 years left, 702 days left for the national election, the presidential election. Everybody is talking politics. In 2 years, they've forgotten about security and the other issue, and the Nigerians are bleeding and dying. For how long will this happen? Must it take Pope to tell Nigerians that you are dying and people are? We thank Pope Francis. Well, just few days into the position of papacy, he has noticed the bizarre massacre taking place in some parts of Nigeria. And it calls for every right-thinking person to know that this greeting as far as the Nkwaka, they say when greeting passes Nkwaka, it's not a fight. This one is no more greeting, it's fight too. And Nigeria is fighting at all fronts. Despite the fact that our securities are doing so much, I must say, but then their effort not enough. We need to. The very dark man, I saw his viral video. He visited this place in Benue, was going around every location, interviewing people, and he indicted Nigerian media. He said, is Nigerian media paid to cover these issues? So Nigerian and the media, which is also my constituency, I think, shame on you. They captured the sheriff, you did not talk. They killed the other politician, you did not talk. When they come for you, Nigerian media, who will talk for you? Let your conscience rise up to this occasion, because we have taken the responsibility of reporting what happens. If it's good, we report. If it's bad, we report. We don't care whose ox is God. But when we are selective, the newspaper headlines, the congratulating message from the Minister of Federal Territory is still appearing on front page of many Nigerian newspapers. But most of them are just finding small space to report Benue massacre. God. There is God, though. There is God. Uche, let's go on.
Yes, moving on to the Punch, we have Tinubu Shetima alliance under fire.
I also saw a viral video where there were serious fights. When they say under fire, there was serious fight. And I was reading in that video, it said there's a APC rally in I don't know which place, but some people endorsed, the APC people endorsed their Tinubu in that meeting. Very big rally, a whole lot of people, massive rally, people gathered. But then suddenly fight broke, physical fisticuffs. And people were saying, what is going on? They say that the authority were silent under endorsing Tinubu. So those people were saying, if you're endorsing Tinubu, also join Shetima in the alliance of endorsement. Because the Igbo say, after all, if you are endorsing Tinubu, they're saying Shetima should also be endorsed, because two of them started the race. And you shouldn't go to hunting spree with people inside the bush. The man will turn around and say, your leg look like that of an antelope. So that is what it looks like. And you cannot change the rule at the middle of the game. That's what those people are fighting. It's a rift deepens in APC over 2027 power formula. The NAS caucus backs Shetima. The governors split. And when the APC opened their doors, were hauling politicians, come. We were suspecting that this kind of thing will happen. Because my father told me, where you have more people, you have more death. Ebe Madika, Kaumuka. When you have more people, so when you are counting, if Nigeria has 240 million people and COVID, you check the number of people who will die. Nigeria will definitely have more number of deaths than countries that have only 50 million. So that's the explanation of that. So a party that open up and want to turn Nigeria into one party system, we have more wahala, splits, and backups and caucuses and all this. Let them sort it out. Because the man who fetches ant-infested firewood is that man that has clearly sent a digital or analog invitation to the lizards to visit. So let the parties sort them out. If you open all your doors to all the one chance politicians, stomach infrastructure politicians, often this is the kind of things you'll be having. Let them sort it out. I trust that the APC is capable of, hakaliloku hakota, as my people will say. That's about it.
And Dangote launches nationwide fuel distribution amid tanker blockade.
And they say there's this one I saw on top of Tribune. He said Dangote PMS diesel aviation fuel free delivery. He said the bonanza begins August 15. Why? Why August 15? Why not start today? We still have 1 month to start this bonanza. We cannot wait for Dangote to start this free delivery. Probably that will make sure that all the calculated attempt to make sure Dangote product did not reach the common man at a reduced price, probably that will be, that will be solved. So Nigerians are looking forward to Dangote bonanza free delivery around the country. Let it not be selective, Dangote. We wish you well, because my people talk say the guinea fowl said the man whom he ate his yam is the biggest farmer. So if if we're able to get Dangote fuel at a reduced price, now that Port Harcourt refinery is in doldrum, of course, when he said doldrum, he has always been there. He only come tono, he come off and on. Why worry is in doldrum for a long time? And of course, Kaduna, nobody is talking about it. Dangote, come up, Dangote, come up with whatever you can do to help us. Like the man in Macedonia in the Bible, Dangote, come over to Southeast with your fuel and your product and help us. We need it. Because Anuba Jebwe, Abaya Joso. If animal run a bad run, they will shoot and bad shoot. So we welcome whatever Dangote is doing to have free delivery. We are looking forward to it, and we pray God will give you the spirit and the grace to continue to do that. Exactly. Now that's about it. Today, Benue crisis, Tinubu directs security chiefs to implement earlier directives. With this, our president Bola Tinubu is saying that he has given the security chiefs directives earlier. Whatever that directive means, it means that they have not been implementing it. And we suppose that in public services, when your organ give you order and you do not follow it, they will let them get query for not implementing earlier directives, and more harms are being done to the people of Benue and other people around Borno, everywhere, Taraba, Yobe, everywhere, northeast, north central, northwest, southeast, everywhere. People are dying, and the world are also crying for us. When will this stop? We need to brace up for more action. So the Tinubu has thrown the stone and opened his hand. He told Nigerians, I've told my security chiefs, go and implement earlier directives. We look for that. Maybe by tomorrow we'll find what the earlier directive Tinubu gave the security chiefs and tell you guys.
Yes.
Uche, before we go, there's something I must say. It not appear in the newspapers. The telecom organizations in Nigeria are ripping Nigerians off I don't know whether anybody has noticed it. In the last 5 days, no calls goes anywhere. If you make a call, it drops and you are charged. Who is doing this to us? Is it telecom terrorism? This is wickedness. If it happens, I begin to call the names of the telecom organizations. Let them do this because it's criminal against human beings. And then CC is there. There's no public consumer bureau in Nigeria that defends Nigerians. They are robbing Nigeria's telecom organization. This is wickedness. None of your services works. And Nigerians are being... I know how much you guys are lifting from Nigeria and your services are zero. I'll call names. Nigerian Telecom organization, you know yourselves. And Nigerians will bear me witness. This is getting out of hand. It's wickedness, it's criminal, and Nigerian organizations would. They will only see what they call it, all those CBEX and all. And one also about, there's one they call dollar something that has come again to rip Nigeria dry. But some of you are legalized to sit in Nigeria, ripping Nigeria dry. Nigerians are willing to subscribe to your services. We are paying, but you are not providing the service. God will visit all of you if this continues, because this is wickedness.
Yes, and one more. We have Sowore sees no opposition, says APC controls all.
That's Sowore's opinion, and I've said that Nigeria is gradually sliding away into, we are sliding away into one-party system. There's total control. There is Jagabanization, and we have all seen it. Jagaban himself said he did it, but only he knows. You know, when you magnet, if you put a magnet, all the small metals will pull in towards it, just pull. So it must be something that is within that is pulling everybody towards himself. So he may not be the cause, but then he is favoring him, but then it is favoring Nigeria. If all Nigerian politicians got into one party, APC is controlling everything. That's what Sowore is saying. But Jagaban himself said it's not his plan. But they still open their door, accepting everybody. We wait for a point where APC with somebody say, I want to join APC. Say, no, the house is full. No more vacancy. But they still want everybody to join. So they are telling us one thing with another mouth, and the other side of their mouth, they're telling us another. That makes APC one of the Africa's biggest political association, because they are made up of politicians. And all politicians are the same. They will say one thing and do another as far as it favors them. We have not seen any calculated attempt to tell Nigerians this is not their plans. So we are waiting for them. You know?
And Northeast delegates fight for Shetima's second term with Tinubu.
Why should it be a fight? Why? That's what we have said earlier. If to endorse Tinubu is not a fight, why fighting to join Shetima in the fight? That means when the truth suffers, there's bribe and corruption behind. They should go and do self-reflection. Is it one boy is it the one boy does not know how to cut hair? Or is it that Aguba, the clipper, is not sharp? What has happened to our dear Shetima and Tinubu joint endorsement? It shouldn't be a fight. Actually, it should be do me as you do my brother. Otherwise, there will be wahala. If you endorse Tinubu and you endorse Shetima, then that's what the race fight. Let them sort it out themselves. I am not, I'm only analyzing what newspapers say about the issue. I might be right, I might be wrong. But what I am seeing is what I am saying. The Northeast delegates fight for Shetima second term with Tinubu. It shouldn't be a fight. If it is good, if they are sure all is good, let them give them clean ticket, let them continue. So it should be fight. After all, a dog should not go and chop shit and then the teeth of a goat begin to rot. It will be an error. Let them sort it out.
Yes, and I think that is all we have on our newspapers this morning.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank
Maduka.
You, at least today we fell within the time given. So it's not the days you tell me, Chris, it's all over. You start turning your hand like this for me too. But that's wonderful.
Thank
you
you.
for having me
Thank
again.
you. And that is all we have on our review this morning. Stay tuned for the rest of our conversations.
Signature TV. News in your pocket.